Hi, Chuck Woodbury with RVtravel.com, and I'm here today with Gary Bunzer, the RV doctor.
How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing great.
Well, I want to know how you were really doing because I hear you just got off of a long RV trip. How long was it? Where did you go? And tell me about your use of your RV as you traveled.
Well, I've been RVing half my life. Started RVing when none of my peer group was RVing, so this has been a continuing thing for me. But I did just take a 4.5 month trip from Seattle all the way to Nova Scotia, all the way back, 21 states.
Oh my goodness.
11,000 miles, 3 Canadian provinces. But it was wonderful, and I think this trip was just why I RV. The going where you want, when you want, staying where you want, not having to worry about hotels. I couldn't take a trip and stay in hotels for 2 weeks. I mean, you'd have to eat the hotel food, especially for families where you got a lot of mouths to feed.
Sure.
But with an RV, you stay where you want, you eat your own meals. If you have health issues with, food, you can prepare your own healthy meals, which is really hard to do on the road. I stayed along the coast, right on the coastline
Wow.
in the Atlantic and Nova Scotia. The fall colors were amazing. National parks, state parks, campgrounds are everything from, there's commercial RV parks but there's so many beautiful parks in this country. We are so lucky in the United States to have so many public parks, which you don't find in Europe, They're different over there. So we're really fortunate. And of course, we have wonderful RVs, big, small, all different types. But my trip was just an amazing experience, when I get home for 2-3 months and I just start dreaming of my next trip.
Well, I knew you were on your own time schedule because you never returned any of my emails, so I'm sure you must have had a really good time.
The beauty of it is that you can go on a trip, and it's true I didn't return all your emails, but you have your little air card for your Wi-Fi, or you can use it with your iPhone or whatever. And so I have my laptop with me, and I can do my email, I can do video chats with family.
So anybody that travels in an RV, they're really not giving up all of the electronics that we've become accustomed to. They can still get online on the road. There's Wi-Fi in many of the campgrounds. But like you say, you have your own air card, so you have internet capability no matter where you are.
Well, when I started RVing, there was no internet. And, when you pull into a campground, you were in a campground. If it was a payphone, you could call somebody. But now, in an RV, and there's pluses and minuses. You go to Yellowstone, you go to a national park, take the electronics, put them away, and enjoy the hiking and all of that. But for somebody like me who, is running a business, and I'm a writer, so I'm writing and I'm staying in touch with different people, the ability to be out there on the road and really have all the conveniences you have at home. The RV itself is like a beautiful little compact home that moves, and then to have your phone, to have the internet, you got DVD players. Sure. It's not a whole lot different, and that's why so many people these days have retired early, and are or take long trips, and they can stay in touch. I've talked to people I've done business with for a year and thought they were sitting in some office somewhere, to find out they're full-time RVers who are running their business from wherever they happen to be.
Right from inside the RV.
Yeah, so the RV gives you incredible freedom.
Now, I understand there's a lot of interesting people that you meet along the way as well. And then it's not just old people. You see all walks of life in an RV lifestyle these days.
Yeah, the younger people are embracing this a lot younger than they used to. It used to be that, an RV was grandma and grandpa's playhouse, and they had the little bumper sticker that said, "Don't tailgate or I'll flush." Remember those?
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
We're spending our children's inheritance. That was the old days. But now you find people in their 30s, 40s, 50s. It's all spread out. You've got people that buy a travel trailer for camping on weekends, for state parks. And, look what we've got in the Northwest.
Oh, yeah.
Just to begin with. You don't have to go more than 100 miles away from here to find beautiful mountains, the coast. Then people go a little farther down to the desert. The RV is just, it's such incredible freedom, and that's why people do it. And once you do it, most people get hooked.
What I've found most recently is that the price points are so varied that just about any family that wants to get into the RVing industry, there's a price point for that individual family to get into it.
Yep.
It's not just for the rich or for the retired individuals like it was many years ago when we both started in this industry. But nowadays, any young family can enjoy this lifestyle because there's so many varied price points.
Yeah, and I know, for example, we got the big Seattle RV show coming up here, and you're going to find small, lightweight travel trailers that can be pulled by just a regular passenger car, nothing too powerful. And those are wonderful for going out during the summer. Pop-up trailers. And of course, you've got the big Class
Oh, you
A,
could go all the way up to the
beautiful-
45 footers.
You can do
Sure,
whatever you
sure.
want. A lot of people start off with something fairly small. They love it. They want something a little bit more. So, most people will buy an RV 4, 5, 6 times in their lifetime. And as they get out, they find what they really like and what they don't like. I want a couch next time. I want bunk beds for the kids.
Right.
Whatever.
Right.
And so they learn, they buy the first one and then enjoy that. But then the time comes where they want to get something bigger, maybe get something smaller.
Sure, a lot of
So-
people I know are going down from a large 45-foot Class A down even to a Class C motorhome now, which has become more affordable, as well as even the popularity of the B class model now. That particular motorhome has become very, very popular now as well.
Yeah, I think, remember back, 20 years ago, and motorhomes were getting really, really long, to get more in. And
Sure.
then somebody decided they would put a slide out in. You can have a 24-foot motorhome with a slide out, and you're not bumping into each other.
Right,
So
right.
you don't need a big, long motorhome to be comfortable.
Exactly,
It's kind of
exactly.
whatever a couple or a single person, whatever you want. There's something there, and there's a price point for just about everybody.
Absolutely.
So it really is very easy, and it's to me, when I was back in college, I dreamed about having an RV and going out and being a writer. So that was my motivation. But all these years, I am still as excited when I take off on a trip as what I was way back then. It is still exciting. It's one of my possessions that I've never got tired of. It always excited every trip. I
Sure.
turn that key, and I'm gone, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, that falls right in line with one of my taglines that I use with a lot of my articles that I write. RVing is more than a hobby, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, well, it's a lifestyle, and it's just an incredible thing. And I think probably I think we probably said pretty much everything we can say. I mean, I know we could be here another half an hour talking about this, but it really is a wonderful way to go.
There you go.